The World Economic Forum returned to South Africa after 2 years, bringing over 1,000 participants to a country in need of investment. Cyril Ramaphosa came to power on a promise to restore investor confidence by fighting corruption and steering the economy out of a recession. Indeed, Africa's most developed economy is now celebrating a 3.1 GDP growth in the second quarter of 2019, higher than an earlier 2.4 projection, but more remains to be done.
The reality is that our economy is barely growing to address the challenges that our country faces. And while the economy is creating new jobs, the jobs that are being created are not nearly enough to bring down the overall rate of unemployment.
Africa is now looking to the fourth industrial revolution as one of the avenues to resolve unemployment, and South Africa is strategizing to lead the implementation. Yet, globally, one of the fears about the fourth industrial revolution is that it will make jobs disappear. But from conversations held by experts here in Cape Town, South Africa, they strongly believe that the new era will bring new opportunities, just like the information age brought jobs that were unimaginable some 20 years back.
As Africa, what is it that we want to identify? You've had lots of countries, Kenya, Rwanda, we're rolling out our health services, we're using drones and all that. Who produces those drones? Who programs them? And that's the space that we're saying as Africa, we really need to look into it. What strength does Kenya have? Does Zambia have? That South Africa does not have? How do we collaborate together?
But there are also concerns that the fourth industrial revolution will exclude low-income, less exposed youths, especially women and girls. To this, the minister proposes
skills is the best way to go. We have to provide digital skills to those that don't have. We have to make sure that we invest in different resources that we're going to need. But most importantly is to identify what is it that must be Africa's niche in the fourth industrial revolution.
The question of inequality also came up in relation to the prospective growth of cross-border trade across the continent. Discussions on the African Free Trade Continental Agreement have been welcomed with enthusiasm by both local and international players.
How do we prevent on the continent, that your existing conglomerates, your existing monopolies don't just end up dominating the Pan-African market in the end? But I think with the right approach, policy approach, right kind of political approach, we can really avoid that, and really create new opportunities for raw new business to enter the African economy.
And what do the current social cohesion challenges mean to established and new investors in sub-Saharan Africa?
Anything that is affecting our employees worries us. I believe the way now the restructuring is happening in the government, that's very encouraging. We have issues in this country that need to be dealt with. It's affecting us, but I still believe that South Africa is the best manufacturing base that we have in the group. So I love being here.
Most of the smartest investors, they actually invest in times that don't seem comfortable or popular. So I'm even more confident, but also more strategic about the nuance. So I think for me, it's in spite of the current climate, I think it's because of the current climate that we have to be strategically investing, because that's the only way I can see a more collaborative future.
Indeed, the Rainbow Nation still enjoys investor preference over its African peers. Its advanced infrastructure and political stability set it apart.
We are not only the most diversified economy on the continent, but when you look at our innovation capability, technological profile, we also facilitate a lot of trade. For example, last year we did a consultation with European business based in South Africa, and we found that a good 68% of all European business in South Africa use South Africa as a base for their operations in the African economy.
And this makes it a connecting hub to the rest of the continent.
We launched in South Africa specifically around job creation, which is incubating small partners. Also is extending beyond the borders of South Africa. We have a Edge Center, which is a partner incubation center now in Kenya. We plan to build one in Nigeria, because then the solutions become a continent solution as opposed to a solution that is only available in the market in which you develop it for.
The various heads of state and global actors attending the World Economic Forum also called for more integration in Africa in order to secure an economically empowered and stable future.